Ladies and gentlemen, we enter into the fourth semi-final of the day with Team Huehue versus Team Swarmers. Team Huehue has managed to. Team Huehue has. Okay. Team Huehue has won their last semi-final. The Swarmers have not yet won their semi-final. Team Huehue, which is on the defender sides to begin with, we have Licky, Meetime, Bites, Gaza, and Icefield. On Team Swarmers on the attacker side, we have Hulk, Abhishek, Loser Fruit, Venko, and Sound Saroja. Moving on, let's get it started.
Select your agent.
The map we're playing on is split, and let us begin the fourth semi-final. Okay, starting off in the last game, we saw an absolute domination by Bites of Team Huehue on the leaderboard. Will it continue? Let us see. Starting up, we have Team Huehue on the defender side with Team Swarmers on the attacking side. Prepping up, Team Huehue moves over, gets into position of A and B, splitting up as necessary. Team Swarmers still at their base, preparing and getting prepared as Team Huehue has managed to get into position and has taken lead of their positions. Okay, as the round begins, we have Team Swarmers moving in, getting in, starting up, moving over to bomb side B as Spike Carrier Abhishek follows from the back. We have Bites and Pricefield absolutely pushing in strong through the mid, going back to get into B as both teams meet on side B.
Launching smoke.
Vainko and Hulk move to get a flank. Bites who hold the high ground and start trying to get a few shots off. We have one death. We have two deaths of Team Swarmers as Abhishek, and we have an ace by Team Gaza in the first round, with Gaza taking out the entire team. Ladies and gentlemen, we need some hype in the chat for that absolute ace by Gaza. Nicely done.
Turret out.
Okay, moving up. Team Huehue is setting themselves up on side B as Team Swarmers moves around their spawn and splits over, going through mid and push into B. Gaza pushing in, holding the angle as he faces a player, and Gaza takes down Sound Saroja. Gaza faces off another player, Venko, and promptly takes him down. Moving in, Gaza tries to heal, almost gets killed, but gets the third kill of the game, taking on Abhishek. Gaza on a 4-kill streak with 4 players of Team Swarmers, all of them going down in the hands of Gaza. It's now a 4v1 situation as Loser Fruit is the last player left alive, with Icefield of Team Huehue going down. The pressure is now on Loser Fruit to move in as we enter into the last 50 seconds of the game. Loser Fruit slowly sneaking in, about to running into Meetime, drops in and gets taken down. And the defenders take the second win of the game. Okay, with some absolute domination being shown on the board with Gaza with 9 kills and 0 deaths. We have Team Huehue showing an early domination over Team Swarmers. Will they get it back? position. Team Hugh Swarmers switching up their tactics as the move is pushed into site A as Me Times holds the entrance. Gaza and Bites push in through mid, holding it down as both teams move in to get angles on each other. Gaza moves in, gets a kill on Loser Fruit, and goes down to Saroj's explosives. It's now a 2v2 situation with Wineco taking prize field as Bites gets a kill over Abhishek. Bite starts healing, moves around with Vainko being the last player alive, protecting the spike on site A as Bite starts pushing in. And Bites goes down in the hands of Vainko, who is on a 3-kill streak for this game. Okay, the attacking team Swarmers gets their first point of the game with the score now at 2-1 as we move to the 4th round of the game. Pushing up, we have Licky taking out spawn side B, prize field holding mid vents as
Turret out.
Team Huehue gets into position all over the map. We have Team Swarmers pushing down on A as Shake takes the lead, pushing in through sewers. Vainko gets a kill on Gaza as Abhishek deploys his healing zone. Explosives go out and it's now at a 5v4 situation with the Swarmers gaining the lead in number of players left. They move over to their spawn, switching tactics, and maybe might start going over to the other side. Moving along, we have Loser Foot still holding the angle near the barrier as Licky starts falling back and hides over B. Vainko starts moving in, gets hit turret, takes some damage, moves in, and is about to keep. Respawns back with full health. Shake moves in, tries to plant the spike, but falls to the hands of Licky. Vainko moves in, gets the spike, tries to push in with Licky right in front as Licky starts to peek and goes down in hands of Vainko. And the attackers take the game as Loser Fruit and Vainko finish up. It's now a 2-2 as we enter into the fifth game. On the kills leaderboard, we have Gaza still maintaining their highest kill to death ratio, being the kill leader from the early domination in the first 2 rounds.
Turret out.
Team Huehue getting into position, holding mid and holding mid to A as Licky holds on B solo. Team Swarmers pushing in together, A, pushing together, moving out and deploying their roots. Team Huehue places some cover, which distracts Team Swarmers, but they push through, trying to get some shots up. Team Huehue arrive as Vainko takes down Me Time. It's now Vainko gets another kill on Gaza. It's now a 5v3 situation as Sound Surge pushes in and gets taken on by 3 kills. The spike carrier, Loser Fruit, moves in but gets taken down by Bites. It's now all up to Abhishek to move in to get the spike planted as we have 30 seconds left on the game.
30 seconds left.
Team Huehue is scanning to search for their opponents while Team Swarmers stays put as not to attract any attention. Moving in, it seems that we have 15 seconds left on the clock. As Team Swarmers manage to get the spike, they can have a chance, but it appears that Abhishek is planning on saving the game instead of making a move. And the fifth round of the game is concluded with the defenders taking the win.
Satchel out.
Okay, moving into the sixth round of the game with a score 3-2. The game is now neck and neck as both players suit up, get
Let's make him dance.
their equipment ready and start pushing in. Teams formers
Bomb
switching,
out.
holding together, planning on pushing A as Team Huehue move in, get some high ground using Sage's barrier as gain an advantage. Teams farmers pushing in, being led by Vainko, trying to get some angles in as they slowly start moving into air. It's holding down A long as trying to get an angle, but the cover provided by team farmers is enough to ensure that the team crosses over. It's now Abhishek stuck on the opposite side as Byte starts to move in, holding down A. Gaza takes down the spike carrier and two more players, and Sweetan takes the third player, pushing it to a 5v3
One
situation.
enemy remaining.
Sage deploys a heal as Team Huehue gets a flawless victory, taking down all of Team Swarmers. Moving on, as we enter into the seventh match of the game, we still have Gaza leading the leaderboard at 13 kills to 3 deaths. 13 kills to 3 deaths, followed closely by Pricefield and Loser Fruit. Both teams start moving up, getting
Watch
into
and
position as
Placing swarm grenade.
Swarmers decide to once again push for Site A. Gaza and Meantime trying to get a flank moving, trying to Meantime peeks over, gets hit by Hulk as Gaza is left and takes out Hulk as a defense for his teammate. Gaza peeks one more and gets another kill on Rainbow. Boom Buddy explodes in front of Gaza but is unharmed. Gaza tries to push in, faces off against an enemy, gets a few shots on but misses and takes down Sound Soroja. It's now Gaza holding 3 kills in this very one game as Gaza tries to move in, unaware of Loser Fruit who was holding the angle. It's now in the hands of Loser Fruit and Abhishek trying to switch over to B. They're being flanked from behind by Bites, who is chasing from behind.
One enemy remaining.
Bites chases him and gets the kill on Loser Fruit. Abhishek gets a plan down, but Team Huehue moves in and secures the kills and starts defusing. GG's guys. If you're enjoying the tournament, please make sure to like and subscribe to DJ King. Okay. Moving on into the 8th round, we have Team Huehue dominating over Team Swarmers with a points difference of 3 as they get into position. Team Swarmers regrouping over at base and
Placing sentry.
over at base. As the round begins, we have Team Swarmers changing up the tactics as Team
Wall raised.
Huehue moves up, responds accordingly, and takes up the appropriate positions. Gaza tries to get peeks in, gets a sight on one player, tries to get a few shots, but doesn't seem to connect. It's now Team Huehue pinching the Team Swarmers in between as both they're going to be met from both sides. Moving along, Team Swarmers have managed to occupy side B but are unable to get a kill as Sound Soroja peeks and takes down Gaza. Meantime, on the other hand, takes a kill Hulk as Pricefield holds
Go get him.
the angle and tries to. Pricefield gets an absolute beautiful snipe on Abhishek, the spike carrier, as two more players of
One enemy remaining.
Team Swarmers are left. It's now all up to loser Huehue is now alone and coming back for the spikes, keeping silently through mid, switching over to B high. In B tower, loser Huehue tries to get an angle, but Licky sees him and takes him down, giving the defenders another win, pushing their points up to 6. We still have Gaza leading the leaderboard with 16-5 kill to death ratio as we move on to the 9th round. Team Swarmers again switch, deciding on holding down site B, deploys the bomb buddy, but the bomb buddy gets taken down, giving them enough information to get ready and start peeking. Pricefield moves in, get a proper snipe on Rainco, gets some damage, gets some damage out of the nade, gets one snipe, gets two snipes on Rainco and Abhishek. It's now Abhishek with 3 kills. Moving in, we have Gaza taking down Sound Saroja. Abhishek Pricefield gets to get some altitude as Hull tries to move back
Last player
and
standing.
gets taken down by Gaza. We lastly have Loser Fruit, who is stuck in mid vents, pushes through the sewers, holds down mid, is prepared to go back for the spike as he's being
Flawless.
hit by Pricefield with the pistol from the long range. It's a flawless victory with Pricefield dominating the team with 4 kills in the last round. On the leaderboard, we have Gaza and Pricefield dominating with the kills to death ratio. Team Huehue putting up strong place. Let's get some hype in chat, please. Avuna, avuna. Avvadleda? Acha.
Bomb buddy out.
Okay. Uh-huh.
They will cover.
In the 10th round,
You should run.
in the 10th round, we have a 4v4 situation with the attacker's killjoy being placed down by Hulk on trying to protect A as players move in and no player gets detained.
Deal with my copy.
Sound Saroja gets a kill on Pricefield and Smeetime takes down Hull.
Spike planted.
It's now a 2v2 situation as the spike gets planted over site A. Site A, it's now a 2v2 situation. It's now a 2v2 situation with Abhishek and Sound Saraja defending their site A as Meetime and Licky start pushing in. The spike is about to blow out and it seems that Team Swarmers will be taking home this victory as the
remaining.
move in. Licky takes down Sound Saroja. As the barrier goes down, they take down the kills, but as they start defusing, it seems that it is going to be a clutch, and it's a win for the defenders. Clutch by Licky taking down the spike just in time before it goes out.
Reliant.
Bluetooth mode. This device is now connected.
sentry.
Vishak, 1 minute. In the 11th round of the game, as the defenders put down the killshot, plays Filiki on side B. We have we have 0 players retained in the killjoy as the spike carrier goes down. Now team former it's now 8 points to 2
Out of
points
charges.
as Team Farmers has the last 2 players, Rainco
30
and Hulk
seconds
left. Moving in to site A with 30 seconds left on the clock. It's now a race against time for Rainco to move in and get their
Joke's over.
Get the-
You're dead.
price field peeks in,
10
gets a few
seconds
shots
left.
off, but
One enemy
and
remaining.
gets a headshot over Hulk. Moves in and he gets taken down by Rainco. It's now 4 seconds left on the clock. As Team B take another point for the win. As to finish the 11th round of the game, Team Huehue in the
Last
lead with
round
9
in the half.
against Team Swarmers with 2 points there.
Thanks.
Placing sentry.
Team Huehue setting themselves up as Team Swarmers group together and start pushing A. Moving in as Ice Field take him down. Rainco pushes in, manages to blind Gaza, but Gaza gets the shot on him and takes him down. Hulk gets a kill on him in time. Gaza
Last
starts
player
fleeing
standing.
back, but it gets taken down by Sound Saraju, who gets 2 kills. It's now a 1v4 situation as Licky is the last person alive on Team Huehue as Team Swarmers push in and start taking control of site A. Licky tries to get a shot from the sniper and takes down Sound Saraju, but pops in the hands of Hulk with the AK. The attackers win this round, pushing their points up to 3.
Switching sides.
As with 6 sides, we have Team Huehue on the attacker side with Team Swarmers on the defender side as we move into the 13th round of the game. On the scoreboard, we still have Gaza dominating over the entire scoreboard with a kill to death ratio of 21-6. Moving up the first round after switching sides, we have all of Team Huehue grouping together, pushing A as Sound Saraju tries to hold it solo. Price field but gets taken down. Sound Saraju manages to get a kill on kill, but it's not enough. As Bites takes down Laser Fruit, we go into a 4v3 situation as Rainco starts flanking her. As Gaza starts to plant, as Gaza manages to get the spike planted, we have Team Swarmers holding it out, making it into a 3v3 situation as Gaza moves in and tries to take down the opponent turret.
Last player standing.
Hulk manages to take down Licky, but Gaza goes down in the hands of Rainco, who's on a 3-kill streak for this game. Hulk still defusing, making another win for Team Huehue. Another win for Team Swarmers. Sorry. It's now 9-4 as the 14th round of the game. Teams Farmers pushing over, taking control of the game. Plan together. Team Huehue pushing over, getting positioned on B as
Continue to
Hulk of
overwhelm
Team
them.
Farmers gets in position over on side B. As the round begins, we have Bites, Gaza, and Pricefield bravely pushing in. Pricefield deploying her Doom Buddy, getting hit by the turret as the teammate Licky moves in and takes down the turret. Pushing over, Team Huehue missed him. Moving, start pushing aggressively into side B, taking control as Hulk is left as the only player, comes to Gaza who takes him down. Pricefield means to get to shape, leaving Team Farmers with just
One
2 players.
enemy remaining.
And it goes down. We're stuck with Loser Fruit, the last player on Team Farmers, facing off against 5 players. As this fight goes down, side B, Loser Fruit moves in, gets all stealthy, holds the position, moves in, and gets a kill on Nikki. Uses her ability, starts healing, but it's not enough as Wutan gets the drop on them, and the attackers take another win. It's now Team Huehue with 10 points over Team Farmers with 4 points in there with them. Alright. Going on to the 15th round of the match. Gaza still showing domination on the leaderboard with a 23-9 kill to death ratio. Both teams armoring up, preparing their equipment as Team Huehue set themselves up to go through mid, goes against Team Farmers, but the barrier placed in time is to save them. They deploy the buddy, push through and aggressively as still leads to the gets taken. Gaza moves and takes
Last player
this,
standing.
Sindra moves in and takes some 3 players for the team as Team Huehue are left with 1 player. Meantime, the last player of Team Huehue left solo to fight against 4 players. Moves in through mid, tries to get an angle, gets blinded and gets killed by Vainko. It's now Team Farmers taking another point for themselves as the score moves to 10-5. Okay, and as we enter into the 16th round with Team Huehue still maintaining their lead, we have Team Huehue switching up tactics, splitting themselves up as the round begins.
The hunt begins.
The round begins and Abhishek managed to get the barrier down just in time and starts hitting.
On my way.
Team Huehue and start aggressively push over. As Bites takes down the enemy stage, Abhishek Gaza moves in and manages to take down Loser Fruit, and as these teams starts taking control
One
of
enemy
site.
remaining.
Site A. Gaza moves in, takes over. Sounds the Roger, Meetan finishes Hulk as Team Huehue finishes a flawless victory, pushing their score up to 11. Okay, moving on, we have Team Huehue again changing up their tactics, moving into different positions, getting themselves ready to take on
Cutting their vision.
Teams Farmers ready with the barrier placement, gets the blockage in just in time as
For you.
Sounds are managed to get a kill as well as Vainko, pushing it down to a 3 versus 5 for Team Farmers, giving them an advantage. Licky manages to hold out as Hulk tries to push in, gets triggered by the alarm bot as Licky gets aware of the position and starts pushing it. Licky moves in and manages to take down the enemy Killjoy as he gets the kill over Hulk. It's now a 2v3 situation with Raincoat taking out another player as we have Licky and Gaza being the last players left. Team
Last
Swarmers
player
now
standing.
defending over the spike as Gaza tries to push in and fight off against Abhishek, who's holding with an LMG. Gaza moves in but is taken down by Vainco.
Careful now.
It's another win for the defenders, pushing their score up to 6. The comeback is on, ladies and gentlemen.
Turn out.
Going into the 18th round, we have Team Swarmer spread setting themselves up, splitting over as Team Huehue Man decide to push in together. Vainco gets taken down by me time as he is hit by bomb. Sound Saraja pushes out her bomb buddy as they move in to get angles over site A. Loser foot holding in, pushes in, but gets stuck in place and gets taken down by Pricefield.
One enemy remaining.
Pricefield gets another 2 kills over, manages to dominate. It's Hulk of Team Swarmers left, but it's a flawless victory for Team Huehue, pushing their score up to 12. Ladies and gentlemen, as we enter the match point, we have Team Swarmers in the deficit with only 6 points in their bag. It's now all up to Team Huehue to get one more point to progress into the final of the Valorant tournament set by DJ Gaming. Nicely done. Setting up, we have Pricefield preparing his bomb buddy. As bomb buddy goes out, Team Huehue pushes in, gets angles over side B,
You should run.
pushes in, plays down the attacker Killjoy, securing side B. Hulk moves in and gets a kill on Pricefield as Bites takes down Vainco too. It's now a 5v3 situation
One
with
enemy
the
remaining.
attacker Team Huehue with the Swarmers having their last player, Loser Fruit, going down,
Attackers
making the
win.
Team Huehue progresses into the final for the game. Ladies and gentlemen, GG in the chat. Now 2 minutes lost. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as we enter into the last semi-final, we have Team Furious 5 on the defender side with Darkling, Frivis 11, Sap 5, and Yuvraj. On the attacker side, we have Team Akuma with Lord Swift, Koro Sensei, Hokage, Lord Swift, Koro Sensei, Hokage, Random Frequency, and Sun and God. With some absolute dominant play being shown by Mini Swift, their top player out. Team Akuma has got their substitute player, and let's see how it goes. Okay, let's get started. Okay, on Icebox we have Team Akuma on the attacking side preparing themselves as Team Furious 5 prepare to get into position over. Dark Clown moving in, getting their positions up. A side, B side. Okay, let us begin. We have Dark Clown of Team Furious 5 pushing to B, holding the angle, getting support by Yuvraj who comes in. Team Akuma moving over, getting their position on site A. Furious 5 gets one of their players down, gets two of their players down after both falling down to Lord Swift and Random Frequency. Random Frequency pushes over, gets a kill on Yuvraj, and Spike starts planting. Spike gets planted on A as it is up to Sap 5 and Dark Clown who starts pushing in. Sap 5 destroys the Sap Boombot and takes down Sun and God. Dark Clown pushes in, reloads as Sap 5 gains height. He gets some damage out. Dark Clown gets some team damage in. Gets hit as Dark Clown moves into another position. Gets down, starts defusing. He's being hit from all angles. Dark Clown manages to take some shot, but gets taken by Frequency, who is starting the first game with 4 kills all to himself. Nicely done. Okay, it's now Team Akuma in the lead with 1 point over Team Furious 5 as we enter into the second match. Team Akuma group together, planning on A as Team Furious 5 sets themselves up to capture them. Team Akuma moving into side B, getting their ult point captured as Frivis and Dark Clown start holding down B. The players move in and Hokage starts getting the spike down with Dark Clown hiding.
Spike planted.
Dark Clown
Last player standing.
Random Frequency, who again has managed to get 3 kills in this round, pushing them to a range of 7 kills with 0 deaths. It's now the third round of the game and Random Frequency is already ready with their ultimate. We have Team Akuma in the lead, 2 points over Team Furious 5. Team Akuma switching, repeating, getting themselves in position to push over to B. we have Frivis 11 of Team Furious 5 holding down with a shotgun, trying to get them in the close range. Doesn't manage to get it as Random Frequency manages to take him down.
Here.
Yuvraj moves in as both teams switch over to move to side B as Sen and God starts setting
Spike
spike.
planted.
It's now 2 people on Furious 5 left,
One
and
enemy remaining.
Sen and God gets to get a long distance kill, and it's now Frivis who pushes in, meets Omen, and falls down to Koro Sensei, giving Team Akuma a flawless victory. Nicely done. Okay, we have, as we enter into the 4th round, we have Random Frequency on top of the leaderboard with 9 kills and 0 deaths. Pushing over, getting ready as the change up. Switch the side they're attacking. Moving up, we have Furious 5 getting into position as Team Akuma starts arriving in place. Their location gets revealed by the timely start by Team Furious 5. Koro Sensei moves in, gets a kill on Frivis as Random Frequency tries to fly over to the next spot but doesn't manage to make it through. Random Frequency holding down and cover as Senin got pushes in, Frivis gets a kill but
Spike
on Random
planted.
Frequency. Senin got managed to kill Frivis 11.
Last
Sapphire
player
managed to
standing.
get some damage on Sapphire as Darklon managed to kill also. It's now all up to Darklon to pull off the 1v3 against Team Akuma. Spike gets planted and it's almost done. Darklon goes over, gets a kill, but it's not fast enough as the spike goes down. We have another kill going down for Team Akuma. It's now, the score is now 4-0 with Team Akuma in the lead as we enter into the 5th round. We have Furious 5 changing up their tactics, grouping together, maintaining mid side A as Team Akuma search to also move through side A and
Scanning ahead.
side. Frequency moves up as he gets infiltrated, so tries to peek and doesn't see anybody, moves through. Random Frequency takes control of site A as Koro Sensei manages to kill Sapphire. Okay, moves in, gets revenge on Frivis 11. It's Frivis
my ally.
Okay, uses her ability and manages to revive him. Yuvraj manages to take down Koro Sensei, but Hokage moves in and starts initiating
Last player
the
standing.
spike.
Spike planted.
Hokage moving in, taking down the last enemy, giving 5-0 is the score of this well. Team Furious 5 still yet to open up their account of winnings, open up their winning streak as we move to the 6th round with Random Frequency still dominating the scoreboard with 10 kills to 1 death. Team Akuma moving strong, getting themselves ready to go into site A as Furious 5 gets into position over on mid. Moving along. Team Akuma managed to switch up their tactics and switches over to move to side B. Darklon holds the angle on B as the opponents start pushing in from behind. Koro Sensei leading the charge as putting down cover as Random Frequency moves in and starts placing the spike.
Spike planted.
Random Frequency quickly uses Tailwind and retreats out, and players of both teams go down. It's now 4 versus 3, 3 versus 3, as 3 attackers versus 3 defenders. Lord Shift on a flank goes around. Sending God managed to get 3 kills in this very round. Sending God with another kill in this round, moving up himself up to 4 kills, but falls to the hands of Sap 5. Lord Shift higher altitude about to see Sap 5, but frequency gets the top. 6-0 for Team Akuma. We go into the 7th round of the game. Six, maybe of switching A, maybe of doing it and taking A, as Lord Shift already has his Killjoy ability. Lord Shift already has his Killjoy ability ready. Lord Shift moves in, tries to get a turret placement down, and moves into A. Team Akuma manages to move in. Darklon gets the drop on Huehue as the attackers fall down to 2 on their team, as Furious 5 start to push aggressively and take people down. It's now
One enemy remaining.
Now Yuvraj, the last player on team
The hunt begins.
Akuma. It's now all up to Sun and God, who's the last player on team Akuma, all set to move up and gets the drop on 3 players. Sun and God with 3 kills moves in and gets taken down while he's reloading vehicles. The first win for the defenders. Yuvraj gets the 3 kill streak, putting their name on the board with their first point for the game. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get some hype for Furious 5 in chat. Okay, moving along, we have Team Furious 5 setting themselves up along mid, trying to get into position as Team Akuma pushes in through B. Koro Sensei moves in and gets 2 headshot kills on his opponents. Moves in, and Koro Sensei falls to the hands of Darklon, who uses the advantage of the high ground and takes him down. Sap 5 on a flank, moving around,
Last player standing.
gets taken from behind by Sun and God. Darklon gets taken down by Sun and God, which leads another victory for Team Akuma, the attackers. Moving along, that was a quick round. As we start the 9th round, we have a change up, as Random Frequency still maintains the kill to death ratio, but Sun and God is leading as the kill leader with 13 kills under his name. Team Akuma plan to fake or push into A. Let us see.
Revealing area.
Moving along, Team Furious 5 managed to get into position tightly over on B, but Team Akuma has decided on moving into A, as Yuvraj moves in and manages to get a detection on 1 player, uses his ultimate and gets damage on 2 players and gets a tag on 1. Moves in, Yuvraj gets 2 kills. The attackers start placing their Killjoy, with Lord Shift activating his Killjoy as the team begins to
Last
set up
player
their
standing.
spike over on A. It's now all up to Yuvraj, who is the last player left alive, as 0 players get detained. Random Frequency managed to take 1, giving the attackers 1 more win, pushing their points up to 8. Okay, the attackers now changing it up, holding together on holding together, ready to prepare to attack on mid. So catch the spike carrier moves in. Frivis managed to get into position over on B, managed to get a kill by peeking down B corridor. Holds the angle. Sage tries to move in and Huehue tries to move in and get a revive on his teammate, but fails. Frivis falls down in hands of the attackers as it's now pushed into a 2v2 situation with both teams suffering losses. Both teams suffering losses. The spike goes down and
Last
stays
player
on B
standing.
as it's all up to Yuvraj to fight against both Koro Sensei and Lord Swift. Lord Swift gets the angle on him and takes him down with a headshot, pushing their score up to 9-1 on the board. Moving along into the Moving along into the 11th round of the match, we have Team Furious 5 split up and prepared taking up angles on B, and while Team Akuma pushes up over on A, Koro Sensei managed to get a kill on Yuvraj. Sokage moves into random frequency, gets the drop on Sap5 as Hokage moves in and gets ready to plant the spike. It's a 5v2 situation with Furious 5 suffering losses, with Darklon and Frivis being the only last player left. Frivis is stuck and blinded, and Anthony moves in and takes it down. Darklon is the last player left alive, flanking in through the attacker side spawn. Moves through, managed to get the sight on Koro Sensei, but Koro Sensei gets the kill. It's now a flawless victory for Team Akuma, who finally
round before the switch.
They received 10 points. It's now Team Akuma in the lead with 3 points necessary to win as we move along to the 12th round of the game.
We win, we survive.
Moving up, Team Akuma moves into position over on A. Random frequency tries to get an angle over onto the opposite side. Tries to get control over. And managed to get Frivis down even before she managed to get the barrier up. Random frequency moves in, provides smoke cover, and moves in and manages to take down Yuvraj. Yuvraj, even though managed to take down Koro Sensei, it's now a 4v2 situation with Sap5 and Frivis 11. Frivis 11 managed to take down Lord Swift, pushing it to a 3v2 situation as the spike gets planted. Sap5 pushing in, uses the rope. Frivis and Sap5 pushing in, holding the position. Frivis goes into the hands of Semi-God as Sap5 is the only player left alive, but goes on as Hokage. As we switch sides, we have Team Akuma in the lead with 11 points, requiring two more wins in 2 rounds in order to progress into the final in the Valorant tournament hosted by DJ Gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the tournament so far, please make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to please like and subscribe to DJ Gaming. As we see some toxicity going on between Team Akuma and Furious 5 in chat, let's see how it goes. Team Akuma. Okay. As we move along, we have Team Akuma taking the Team Akuma taking the defender sides with lots of support for Huehue in the chat, even though Huehue holds the least amount of kills in the game, as Huehue managed to get a kill and managed to get himself killed. Moving along, it's a 4v4 situation as Random Frequency managed to use height advantage and managed to take down
Last player standing.
2 players. Random Frequency gets a drop on Dark Clown, giving them 12 points, moving up Team Akuma to
Match point.
moving Team Akuma to their match point. So,
Turret out.
okay, it's now the match point with Team Akuma taking up position. Team Furious 5 prepping themselves up, moving into site A. Sapphire gets her bomb buddy out, gets prepared. Gets prepared, Frivis 11 moves around, gets the drop on Huehue and takes him down. Sapphire moving in, the team moves in with Frivis 11 carrying the spike, preparing to set it down as Random Frequency snipes Dark Clown from 4SN moves in, manages to get him down as Frivis is the last player alive and gets dominated, pushing Team
Defenders
Akuma
win.
to the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get some GGs in chat. Nicely done. GG's. Abshak and